this morning at 10:50 a.m. I set up a new experiment on the back porch. I put a tablet out with green, yellow, red, and blue crayons. Get a closer shot of that for you. I put little hot glue beads between them to keep them from rolling off. Okay. And I also put out green, yellow, red, and blue rocks, green, yellow, red, and blue game pieces, and green, yellow, red, and blue balls in a cup, and hang on. Also in the basket, I put green, yellow, red, and blue thread, and I put it up there because it's real light and the wind will blow it off really easy. So I put everything in the same order. And originally, I wondered if they would take the crayons and write on the paper. That was what I originally was hoping would happen. And I still do. But I also thought, well, I want to add to the experiment, and I want to see if they would, put colors together of the different objects or anything like that. So that's why I set everything up, and so that's how I left it. It's now 1:45 p.m. It's July 18th, Wednesday. I just explained to you this experiment that I set up, and this is the results of it so far. I've been here by myself, and there's, like I said, been absolutely nobody here but me. And since I put that out, which I probably will tell you the time earlier here, because I'm kind of shooting this backwards. But anyways, it looks like they were up, because the tablet is on the ground. One of the red, well, when I first came out here, the red ball and the cup were on the ground. As I stood here looking at it, the wind blew the green cup off, and the green ball landed there, and that's the cup. However, it was set up green, yellow, red, blue, and the red one was on the ground, and the cup is there, and the ball is clear over there. Now, you could say it was a little windy. Like I said, I saw it blow the green one off. But how do you account for the crayons being here and not off with the tablet? Because I had them so that they wouldn't roll off. I made little hot glue beads to keep them from rolling. So there's the yellow one here, the blue and red one there, and the green one. It's clear over here in front of the grill. So there's no way that this happened from the wind. So I'm saying they were up, and I think they messed with the red ball and the crayons. I don't see the other things disturbed that I put out here. So I'm going to set it all back up and see what happens. Okay, I set it back up how I had it before. This is how I had the crayons. And this is how I had the balls. So, like I said, I don't see the wind blowing the tablet off that way, and the green crayon ending up clear over here. And the other two, the red and the blue here, and the yellow one down here, Whoops. No, I don't think so. So we'll see what else happens today, if anything. It's Thursday, July 19th at 7:23 a.m. I already know something happened out here with my experiment, but before I show you that, I'm going to tell you what happened last night. Jim and I were sitting on the couch. It was pretty late. It's probably sometime around 10 o'clock. And we both heard two whistles come probably from back in there somewhere, the side of the house. And then Jim went to bed. I was still brushing my teeth and, getting ready to go to bed. But when I came in, he said that he heard what sounded like a little girl making noise, like a little child girl outside the bedroom window. The one that, the one that's at the foot of our bed, and it has a fan at the window. In fact, let's go look at that right now. Let's see if I see anything. That's the window. And I don't know if I'm imagining it or what, but I kind of see. Looks like something walked right there. On the ground right here. The grass is pushed down right there. Remember, this is where this X is too. Okay, so let's go look at what happened on the porch. Okay, you'll remember that from the video from yesterday, how I had this all laid out. Okay, the blue crayon was out, definitely picked up. It looks like they tried to make a mark right here. And it's dug down in kind of deep, so I would say they pushed too hard and it broke the crayon. And they've put the smallest Bigfoot doll on the paper. Wow, that is, I think they're saying, I think they're telling me that it was a little one that did this. That is very significant that they moved that over to here. I'm pretty sure that's what they're saying, that it was a small one that did that. Wow. Nothing's different over here, except for this is slightly moved right here. But pretty sure that says enough right there. Let's see if there's anything else. No. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to him and tell him this is okay. And they can touch it more if they want. Very cool that they tried to write on it. Very cool. And they selected the blue crayon. That was one thing I was wondering about, which one they would pick up. Of course, it could be that it was the first one in line. Oh, but you know what? I demonstrated for them. How to use it. And I could probably show you, but I flipped the pages back and I picked the blue crayon up and I used it to draw on the paper. And so I used that one to demonstrate to them how to use it. I walked over there, and as you can see, there's a opening down into the woods. That's why I came over here, so they could I wanted to make sure they could see me drawing with it. And so they must have seen me, I'm guessing. Alright, well, this is a very, very interesting morning. I think I might put another blue crayon out. I'll probably take this one in and put it in one of my baggies and my treasures. So awesome that they did that. Looking for little hairs or something. Nope, don't see any hairs. Whoop. Alright, guess that's it. I'll let you know if anything else happens. I have another crayon. It's the exact same shade of blue. So I'm going to put it out for them. And I told him that it was okay and that I love him. And there you go. Get another blue crayon. Hey guys! I put another blue one out here so you can color. Go ahead. I love you. I love you little guys too. It's Friday, July 20th, 2:55 p.m. and I just got home from work. And I can see the Bigfoots were up for sure. First thing I noticed was that the tablet is over there. Now it's possible that it got blown off, but the crayons that were on it are all over here on the porch. So I'm not thinking that it got blown off, or else the crayons would be over there too. The catch is I only put out that one, that one, that one, and the yellow. This one, and this one, they brought, I guess, to give me. Now, where on earth they got crayons? Maybe out there where Jim works. I don't know where they get this stuff. But so they brought blue, red, and brown. Now see, they matched those two colors with the ones that I got and put out. That's awesome. They're so smart. I can't even, it's just nuts. Okay, now also, well, these are messed up. But you see these two? They're not moved at all, but the red one and the blue one are on the ground. So I'm thinking this probably didn't get blown off by the wind either, because these ones aren't moved. I'm trying to see where the blue ball is. I'm going to go around there and look. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's there. And I would say that's the cup it was in, and the red cup is clear there under that little ledge of siding. So, interesting stuff. I don't see any marks on the tablet. Okay, that's awesome. I'm going to tell him thank you for the crayons and show him how to write on here again. We're going to get groceries, so since it's a little bit windy, I'm going to leave the tablet on my chair. I put my crayons back how they were, and I put theirs here, and I showed them how theirs write. I did all this, so this was the other day. But I wrote with their blue and their red and their brown. So okay, that's how I'm going to leave it. We're going to leave for town. It's Saturday, July 21st, 7:51 p.m. and I laid down to take a nap, and twice Jim came in and told me he heard a bang on the house, like from above our bedroom, right? On the roof.
That's what it sounded like.
So once just after I went in there, and once just before I got up. But I didn't hear it, and we can't figure out why he could hear it and I couldn't. But before I went in there, I'd noticed that these Bigfoot dolls were melty. So I took a toothpick and I made their eyes and nose and stuff again. Well, this one, apparently they came up and messed with because they opened the arms up and bent the legs down. Because it wasn't like that. I just, in fact, it might have even been, I think it was more like this. I think that's how it looked. I'll have to check maybe a picture. But that's funny. And then also over here, this rock is always in this hole, and now it's not. And one other time that was moved like that, and I didn't record it. It was like a couple months ago, something like that. Some things happened out here, and I didn't record it. But that was one of the things.
Whoa.
So,
I'm pretty sure that wasn't a small animal.
yeah. Also, that yellow bow that's been in here is now over here under the grill. But I'm not 100% sure the wind didn't do that. But I'm not sure they didn't do it either. So, because this has been in here for quite a while and the wind never blew it out before. But definitely they moved the arms and the legs on this little guy. Other than that, I don't see anything. They must have been watching. They must have been watching me when I fixed these.
I don't know.
Well, I'm pretty sure they had to, because
The rock is like, there's no way that happened by a small animal. There's no way.
Nope. So that we're thinking that must have been them hitting the house or something.
Oh, you're still recording.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to be on there.
It's Tuesday, July 24th, 5:44 a.m. Okay, yesterday several things happened, and I didn't record them because I wasn't sure of the circumstances. Hold on, I'm going to get pictures out. First of all, let's see, it would have been Sunday night. I put these pickles out that we were getting rid of because I started making homemade pickles, and so we don't like these anymore. So I put them on the railing right over there, and we came out to check things that night, and that wasn't disturbed. It was still sitting right there, but there was one pickle laying right here on the ground, right here beside the chair. It's hard to see, it's pretty early. Didn't have teeth marks or nothing, so we thought that was pretty funny because they must have tried to, they probably put it in their mouth, tasted it, and it wasn't too good. Well, I decided to go ahead and put something good out for them that they might like. So I put 2 whole bananas, a half, and then there were some chocolate pretzels that there's just a few of them in there, so I thought it wouldn't hurt for just a little treat. Well, the next morning, it was a disaster looking area out here. All that stuff was off the railing. All the food. Whoops. Hold on. The bag was inside out. 2 of the cups were stacked in each other. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Okay. See that? They were stacked. So that, no little animal did that. One of the balls in the cups was knocked this way. I have them right there. It was knocked this way. And there's a closer up picture of the bag. So, oh, yes, this was another major thing. The little tiny Bigfoot doll was clear over here on the porch, and the other ones were messed up. Like this. But none of this stuff was knocked off. So there's one of the bananas. There's another. Okay. So anyways, that's what happened. Wasn't 100% sure. I couldn't prove that it was Bigfoots that did it, although I had a hunch it probably was. So I didn't record it. Okay, then yesterday, hold on, I'm going to get more pictures up here. Yesterday I put the tablet back out on that chair right there. And I went in to take a nap, and it started raining. So Jim ran out and grabbed it real quick, but he told me that when he did, it was closed and all the crayons were all on the ground right here. And also, I believe it was the red ball was out of the cup and in the middle of the, in between the railing and the chair. So after I woke up and came out, we noticed, this is what this has all been leading up to, we noticed a handprint on the grill. But it had been raining, so we couldn't be 100% sure. To me it looked kind of like raindrops, but this morning, with condensation and everything all over it, I can see plainly that it is a handprint, and it's about my size, so it was probably a juvenile that touched it. And Jim didn't for sure, because I cleaned this and So he's been very, very careful not to touch the top of the grill, because I did that specifically so we could get fresh handprints if they touched it. And sure enough, there it is. Now I can only get the 4 fingers. The thumb would be down in here somewhere, but I don't see it, so I don't know if they didn't put their thumb on it. But that's what happened. Now overnight today, last night, nothing else happened. I put a banana and an apple in there so that if they took it, I would know for sure it was them. But nothing happened. I don't think they were up. So, like nothing happened with anything. Alright, so that's it. I gotta go to work. Okay, it's now 5:45 p.m. and I've been home from work since 2:30. But we had to run into town and we had to be there at a certain time. So while we were waiting, I watered the flowers and the garden, and Jim started clipping off all of the stem things from the hostas because they start looking ugly after a while. So he was clipping them off, and he clipped them off there, and he made a couple piles, but he took them all and he threw them. See, here was his path. He took them all and he threw them over here. Okay, so when we got back, I always come back around and check the porch, and I put this here last night. I don't know why, I just found it over there, and I leaned it into the bush just to see if they'd do anything with it. Well, when we got back, they have made an X with 2 of the stems that he cut off, and he hadn't left any here. So apparently they went and took a couple of them and made an X here, and it's right beside that lean that I did. And if you follow that line straight back here, there's another X made with the stems right there. I'll go around and show that to you better. It's right here, and it's made the same as the other one. You know, the top's up there, and everything. It's just like right in line with the other one. So we thought, okay. We kind of looked around the yard to see if there's anything else. If you follow the line of the 2 things, it goes right back in there. And there is like spots where it looks like the grass is pushed down. But as we looked around back here by the pampas grass, we found another X. And I can't say 100% for sure that this was made by them, but it's perfect. And the more that I look at it, I think it's possible that it was made by them because the tops, those are the tops. There and there. Okay, now if those would have fallen off, I think they would have landed with the tops out this way. But the tops are in and form that perfect X. So I think it's a pretty good possibility that they did that. See, here's one that may have just fallen out, and it's leaning out. So, and I guess while I'm back here, I'll show you this too. We're just almost certain, positive, that this is a path that they come in and out of the yard. Pretty sure this is probably the main way they come in. Right through there. I made this X I told them I like their X's and they're pretty, and I showed them that I was making an X. So I'll see if anything happens with that. And I guess that's it. I collected a bunch of sticks and I lined them up here to see if they would do anything with them. It's just making a record of it. And they're just up from X that they made. It's Wednesday, July 25th, 6:44 a.m. Okay, this morning I noticed that, first of all, see, yesterday I put a banana and an apple, or no, it was a couple days ago, I put a banana and an apple in the basket. I'll check the date for sure. But this morning, the banana peel's there and the apple is completely gone. Also, one of the cups is tipped over and the blue ball is under the grill. It is right there. And it's like behind that wheel, so I'm not sure how it got clear over there. I don't think anything, at least nothing major, happened with these sticks. I kind of stepped on them a little bit, so I may have knocked this over. I'm not sure. Have to check back because I forgot it was there. But one thing I noticed when I came out here is that this X is pretty much in the path that I walk. Like, that's where I would normally step, maybe even right on it. So, I don't know if that's got anything to do with where they put that or not. Another thing I noticed this morning is that this handprint, the thumb is visible on it here. I got a picture of it. And this is the side of the hand, and that's the little finger. But I don't know that I could see the thumb the other day. I put my handprint here for comparison. I don't know if you can see them both or not. So it's a little bit bigger than mine. Okay, so I think that's all that happened. Actually, this rock might be turned. I think it's turned. Okay, I just realized when I picked this up to put the ball in it that it's out of order. The cup was laying here. Blue should have been at the end over here. So I'm pretty sure they moved it. Just wondering if that is from them touching it. I'm not sure. Now I've got my fingerprints on it, so I don't know. Anyways, should be here. As you can see, I've got everything green, yellow, red, blue, so that I could keep track of the order. So they'd move that to the end, and they had to be playing with it. The banana's right there. Peel. And like I said, the apple's totally gone, so okay. It's 5:39, Wednesday, July 25th, and a little bit ago I put the tablet and crayons back out. It was, let's see the time. It was 1:30. So, what did I say? It's 5:30. I went in and laid down for a little bit, and that was it. What time was it? I went in there at 4. Anyways, while I was gone, or just laying down, look what they did. They brought 3 more crayons and put them here, and they lined them up like I lined mine up this time. They brought green, yellow, and blue this time. How cool. So, okay, they've matched all the colors that I've put out with one extra one, brown. So these were the 3 they brought the first time. And I didn't take them in yet because I just wanted to leave them out for them. And they brought, oh my gosh, that's so cool. They brought the same colors. That is all, and they lined them up. That's so, so neat. Okay, I'm gonna look around and see if anything else happened. One more thing I wanted to mention is that this brown one is Crayola. The rest are some other off-brand. So, I don't know, I just wanted to mention that. The ones I put out are Crayolas too. It's Thursday, July 26th, 7:32 a.m. And a lot's happened last night. First of all, I'm on the front porch and they straightened my chair. That's all on the front porch. Didn't move my shoes, just straightened the chair. And now we'll go to the back porch. Okay, lots happened back here. First of all, this is exactly how I left it, and they never touched it. I drew that asterisk with the brown crayon to see if they would write on the paper. First thing here on the railing is these are messed with. This one's pretty much upside down. This one's moved way back, and the girl doll is down there on the ground. Next, this shell's moved, and the thread, I put it on the ground, or on the porch floor. Last night I took it out of the basket, and it's clear over here, which it was over there, and it's smashed. Haven't picked it up yet. It looks like maybe they tried to put it in their mouth. Around here, of course, you can see that the blue thread's knocked over, and that's where the red one is over there. Now, as far as the railing goes, I think that's it. The cups are not messed with at all, or knocked over or anything. Now, last night I put 2 apples in the basket, and they're gone. And I want you to see that it is, let's see, I'm 5 feet, so this is about 5 feet right here. So there's no raccoon getting that. And it's a couple feet out from the wall. Okay, now here's something I just noticed that I didn't notice before. Standing in the light. There's necks right into the basket. Made with those stems. And underneath all that, my stick arrangement, or actually I didn't arrange anything, I just made them straight. These two on the end are turned over, and this one's moved, but they were facing out. So I don't know exactly what that's all about. But I think that's everything. And I have to go away today, and absolutely nobody's going to be here. So we'll see if anything else happens while I'm gone. I'm finding that X pretty interesting. Right under the basket. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. I do want to look at this. It doesn't look chewed on, just smashed. Well, maybe right there a little bit. Feels kind of damp, but that could be because of the, see, it was condensation and stuff last night. So I'm going to put everything back how it was. It's Friday, July 27th, 6:16 a.m. And last night I put out 2 apples in the basket. And this morning, the only thing that was messed with is the apples are gone, and these 2 small Bigfoot dolls are messed with again. So maybe I've been wondering if there's like a younger one and a really young one coming up. So possibly that's why they keep messing with those 2. I don't know. But that's it this morning. And I have to go to work, so I'll let you know if anything happens later on today. I picked this up to move it. There's a big old hair on it. Oh, I'm having a hard time getting the light on it. There we go. So I'm going to collect that and head off to work. It is Saturday, July 28th, 7:12 a.m. Okay, so I'm on the front porch, and last night, nothing happened on the back porch. I've already checked. I even put fruit in the basket, but absolutely nothing happened back there. However, the first thing I did was look out the front door, and Jim, as I looked out the front door, he said, I already looked, I didn't see anything happen. And I looked at my chair and immediately noticed a stick placed right in the middle of my chair. I said, you didn't notice that? He's like, nope, I didn't. It does kind of blend in. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome. They put a stick right in the middle of my chair. So, I mean, I looked at the stick and I'm like, I don't see anything special about the stick. I don't know why they put this. It's actually even like a jagger. See, it's like a briar, piece of a briar. So I'm like, I wonder why they put a stick in my chair. It's awesome, but I don't know why. And so, I mean, the last few days I've been thinking I should check the side of the air conditioner again, because if you remember, they put the magnetic bowl from the back porch around it at one time. So, the other day I checked it. Now, after I went inside, I came back out and I thought, I'd better, because I went in to get my camcorder. And I thought I better check around the side of the air conditioner, and you won't believe what's there. But first, I've got to tell you a story. Okay? So I'm going to stop this, get some pictures up, and show you. Okay, if you remember the video that I did called Dumpster Squatch, where Jim and I went and check the woods out around where he works. And we figured out that probably my Bigfoots are going there. Well, after, I think it was right after we'd done that, I don't remember exactly when, we put a magnet on the dumpster. Now, Jim did this. He took it to work with him and he put it up over his head. So this was at about the 6-foot level. And it's marked. I put SWB on this side over here. Now, Jim said that the people that live there don't really use this dumpster that much. Some, once in a while, but it's by the office, so there's another dumpster that they usually use more. So he put this here on, whoops, he put this here on July 11th at 6:53 a.m. Now, the next day, it was gone. And I'm going to show you the date on, whoops, show you the date just so you can see. The very next day it was gone, July 12th, 7:01 a.m. So, this is the 28th. So it's been 16 days. Now, we really were hoping that it would come back here. But I kind of had given up on it, thinking maybe somebody did find it. But, look what's on the side of the air conditioner. Is that block. There's my initials. And so it was them that took it. So this is epic. So they definitely are going over there. I mean, this is the proof. And I believe they put that stick or briar, or whatever you want to call it, in the middle of my chair to bring my attention to that. Which is also awesome. So when I first found this, I gotta tell you, I was excited. And I was like, woo! I was like, guys, thanks, it's epic. Thank you. And I don't even know what to say. I am so excited about this. I'd given up on it. I figured some person found it. But no, it was them. Or at least a Bigfoot, and they traded it. But I really don't think that's the case. I think our Bigfoots go over there. Because, like I've told you, like I said in the dumpster squatch video, Jim and the guy that works with him, which knows nothing about any of this, heard that air starter sound, which we've heard up there and down in the woods so many times here, same sound. So I gotta tell you, what a morning this is. I am so excited. So they put that there so I'd see that, and look there. I can't even, like, you know what? How intelligent they are. And it's just unbelievable. I may have forgot to mention that we decided to put this block out because this is a whole set of blocks that a viewer sent me. And we've had them out on the back porch. And they've moved them and messed with them and stuff. In fact, they put one just like this on the side of the grill. And they know which side's magnetic and everything. This side's not magnetic. It has to be one of these two sides. Or these sides. So, I wanted to put something out that they would recognize from here. So apparently it worked. Okay, side note. This is the stick from my chair. And we figured out that we think that it's from our barberry bushes right here by the porch. So we came down here and I immediately noticed this stick in the bush, and it made me immediately think back to, there was a stick, I believe it was over there, a Y stick. It might have been this bush, I'm not sure. I'll look back. But there was one stick that was like this one, and then there was another one that made like a triangle in the bush, and there was a bunch of stuff going on at that time, I think, with sticks. So that's the first thing I saw. And then I looked down in here and there's dead pieces of the bush. Then I noticed another stick right here, and it looks, I mean, it could have fallen from the tree still, because if you see there, it kind of goes underneath that little branch right there. It's hard to show it. Anyways, it still could have fallen, so I'm not 100% sure on these things, but I think it's pretty interesting that there's two sticks in this bush and they picked, I mean, that's definitely one of those sticks from the barberry bush. So anyways, just a little interesting side note. I'd also like to say that a lot of viewers wanted us to put something on the dumpster to see if it would come back here, and we did, but I couldn't mention it because I didn't know how long it would take if they did bring it back, and I didn't want that going out in a video, you know, where people could see it. I didn't want people knowing that I put something there, so that's why I didn't mention it. It's now 4:20 p.m. and Annabelle was here, and we just took her back home, and while she was here, I brought her over here to the swing because we usually sit on the swing for a little bit. Got here and this bone was here. Now I thought it was a stick, so I picked it up. I was going to throw it over there, and I realized it was a bone. And there's no way that fell from the tree or anything. They had to put it there. So I don't know when they put it there, but it had to be them. This is pretty cool. It's Sunday, July 29th, 1:03 p.m. And I've already checked all this out. This morning, I came out here and found, first of all, I thought it looked like nothing happened. And then I looked over the railing, and all of these cups and thread that were lined up here are now on the ground. And the red and blue balls are absolutely demolished in a million pieces. There's the red ball over there, and the blue one is in a million pieces. The green one is not hurt. The yellow thread is absolutely filthy. And the yellow ball is under the grill. Let's see. It is, it is right there. Okay. So that I find a little bit interesting because I put this out here a couple days ago. I drew a little picture of the Bigfoot and me. I know, it's great artwork. But I laid the 4 crayons here last night, and I made sure that they were all on the chair. This morning, the yellow one is up on there just a little bit, like it was moved, and the yellow ball's under there. Now, did they do this? Not 100% sure. It does remind me of when the Bigfoot dolls were all torn up. So I'm wondering if it is a Bigfoot, if it's, like I said, a young one that's very curious and very messy, a little bit destructive, that is, you know, tearing things apart. And I had someone that I communicate with through email tell me that he put these balls out and the Bigfoots bit them or ripped them or something. They were all like chewed, and they took the balls and laid them back down with the bitten part down so that he couldn't see it. So I find that really interesting, because that red one right there was like that. It was with the bitten part down right there. And something else that makes me wonder if it was a Bigfoot is that I noticed, there's that X. I noticed when I checked things this morning, here in the middle of the side yard, right here, is like a stalk of itchweed. So I asked Jim about it, because yesterday he did yard work, and he cut some of them down, but he said he left them all laying right in here. He would have never put itchweed in the middle of the yard. So the only other explanation is that a Bigfoot did that, because I know I didn't do it. Nobody else would touch itchweed on purpose. So since they most definitely did that, I'm thinking that they probably did this too. And that is a lot, like really dirty fingers. It makes me even wonder, because last night we had that fire, makes me wonder if they touched some of this stuff to get their fingers really dirty, and then came over here and touched the thread, because it looks black, just like soot. So then you got the ball under there and the crayon moved, so that's what happened. And I don't believe I see anything else. So if anything else happens today, I'll let you know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take that in or what. Oh, there's this fruit in here since, oh, what day did I put that out? I'd have to look back. I'll try to look back and let you know. But they didn't take the fruit at all. And that X is still right there, right under the basket. Okay, that'll be it for now. Looking at these pieces closely, I see no teeth marks at all. So if it was a little animal, I'd think that there'd be tooth marks, you know. It's totally smooth looking. It's almost like they ripped it apart. I think I want to just go ahead and take the balls and stuff in.